All right, we're live.
Yeah, this is the point where Manny always joins. You always start the YouTube video and then he slides in like right after you start it.
Yeah. Yep. So how are things going?
Oh, they're going okay. I learned a lot about running a summit this week.
Oh, yeah. How did that turn out?
Right. So I tried this other format. And it
Okay.
was based on the stuff from the 2 Comma Club X, which I couldn't afford to stay in because stuff. But anyway, what wound up happening was some of the speakers didn't have everything they need. I thought I'd given everybody everything they needed to promote the summit, but there was still some confusion. So kind of sorted that out. It's so interesting though, because like the content is so good, and
Yeah.
I want people to see it, but then yeah, you still have to do all the marketing crud to get people to find it. So I didn't have as many people sign up as I wanted. I think I had like 40 or 50 free tickets, and I had like 3 people buy all access passes. So yeah, and then the WordPress theme that I was using for the summit, I'm not sure exactly what got updated, but all of a sudden the Bootstrap version that was in the theme wasn't compatible with the jQuery version that was being put out by WordPress. And so all the interactive stuff on that page was defunct.
Oh no, that sucks.
I mean, it all looks nice. And the only thing that it really affected was that you can't look at the schedule for each day of the summit. So I think I'm just going to put it all into basically, a list of talks. And then I think I'm just going to get rid of all the dates on it and just kind of use it as a lead magnet at this point.
Yeah.
And then people will get a warm-up sequence and a pitch to buy the all access pass. And so then I can just throw that out as a lead magnet going forward on any of the podcasting related stuff that I do.
Okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah.
Because then it won't matter. And then hopefully I can find some other theme, or I can even put something together on Thrive themes that I like, right? And then just have it as just have it out there as a lead magnet that people can pick up. And then if I get enough people on the list for the pre-recorded summit version, then maybe I'll actually email all those folks and say, hey, look, I'm going to do a live virtual conference that you can join or something, and put something like that together, because I know what that looks like. The other thing though is that I know what it's going to take to put together a summit like this in the future.
Yeah.
And so I may do a monetization one, come spring or summer. But yeah, if I do that, I'm just gonna have to sit down and like list out everything that I had to go through to get this up. And then I now have somebody to help me out. So yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. At this point, I would consider just benching it. 'Cause
Yeah.
is there really any benefit in? I mean, for the effort that you put into it, and you've got other things, other fish
Yeah,
to
that's
fry.
true.
So
Yeah, it's funny because you bring that up, and I don't know. I've always had this problem where I kind of get carried away with, well, I could do this, I could do that. But yeah, ultimately looking at things, I'm going to be focusing a whole lot more on the top. In fact, a whole lot more, meaning I am going to bench it for the time being, and I'm going to work on the top 5% developer stuff, and then just make sure that developer media has everything that they need. So
yeah. I mean, that's I would say focus on those things for sure. So
yep. So that's kind of the next deal, and then just getting my new person up to speed.
okay, yeah.
Should I call her Bubba just to piss people off?
Yeah, sure. I guess Bubba will be. That's funny. So you got a new person hired then for the role.
Yeah, I got her hired. It took a little bit of work just to kind of synchronize schedules and get things figured out, but I've already got her scheduling the content. Like she's already doing it. And we've been communicating for the last couple of days. I hired her on Tuesday.
Okay.
And then, Wednesday, it was really just synchronizing schedules and getting her access to everything was kind of the hang up. But yesterday I sent her like 4 process videos and just said, this is what we're doing.
Oh, good. Okay.
And she's been terrific so far. I keep checking her work, but it's been solid to this point. So it's really just a matter of making sure that she's thorough enough to catch it all.
Yeah.
But it looks like she is, so pretty comfortable with that. And then we can kind of move into the other stuff that needs to be done as far as like emailing guests after the fact and letting them know that we appreciated them coming. Putting together emails when they go out and saying, hey, here are the tweets and Facebook posts that went out to promote your thing. You kind of get the idea. So, just kind of getting all that stuff together. But initially, that's where we're at. And then, I'm talking to my hosts over the next few weeks, and we're going to come up with a content strategy for each show.
Okay.
And
cool.
I mean, it's all going to look mostly the same, except that it's going to be okay. We're going to talk about different topics, obviously, for the different frameworks and stuff. But the planning is going to look a lot the same, and it's just going to be, hey, we just need to come up with 13 topics for 3 months worth of content. We're going to start putting those on a calendar. We'll identify guests that we want to get for those shows. Yep. And then we'll pull the trigger, move ahead from there. And I think that'll get the shows to take off again. And then I could start focusing on, the top 5% developer stuff and start getting those wheels turning so that I can get people to sign up for mastermind groups and stuff like that. So,
yeah. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. Good.
The only other thing that I'm looking at doing that's on the radar, and I'm not sure where I'm going to prioritize this, but there's a system out there called Supercast.
Okay.
And what they do is Patreon has this feature too, but every time I try and use Patreon, I want to participate in forms of self-harm. And so, it's like, no, I could quit Patreon or I could start cutting myself. I think I'm going to quit Patreon. So anyway, Supercast, what they do is they're focused on podcasters, but they give you a subscription model for premium podcasts.
Okay. Yeah.
And so what I'm looking at doing is putting together some form of like premium podcast. So like for JavaScript Jabber, what I'm thinking about doing is just picking a JavaScript concept and then having like 2 or 3 10 to 20 minute episodes every week that go out. And it's all right, we're going to talk about closures. Here's what closures are. Here's how they work, blah, blah, blah. Right. Here's where it might trip you up, and here's where you might want to deliberately use them.
Okay.
And then do it for the next one, and then just have people sign up for it for like $10 a month.
Yeah. Okay. I think that makes sense. That you have to test it and see if people will.
Yeah. It's kind of an unknown thing, but yeah. So I'm looking at that. I'm also kind of playing with the idea around. But I can train Michaela or Bubba to do some of this outreach, but go reach out to people that have affiliate programs to start lining up interviews for the one-on-one interviews. But that's not a really labor-intensive thing, because it's literally just reach out, follow up, get them scheduled, and then record.
Developer Media done?
Yeah, I got them everything they need. For the sponsorships, they already came back and said, are these spots open? Because I hadn't gotten back to them yet. So some of the spots they wanted were open, but it looks like they're already lining up sponsors for shows.
Well, how is the payment gonna be? Like, is it right like upfront, or when are they gonna start paying you? Like,
so it's net 60, and so they're lining stuff up for January. So whatever they line up for January, I get paid for in at the end of March. So that's a cash flow issue that I've got to figure out. So I do have to find some other revenue sources.
And so it feels like it's going to be a 5-figure a month at least,
Yes.
or multiple
Yeah.
5 figures.
I think last time I figured out the numbers, if they fill everything, then it'll be multiple 5 figures.
20K. That's good, man. Now you can breathe easy.
Well, I've got to find money to run for another few months, and then I can breathe easy.
How did it go with the Butter CMS?
Not super well. It didn't get a whole lot of clicks. And as far as I can tell from logging into their system, nobody bought it. For the game courses with Jason, he got a lot of clicks, and I don't know if anybody bought. Last time I looked, nobody had. So the landing page that we sent them to didn't align with.
Was it an opt-in or was it a sales page?
It was a sales page.
No. Why didn't it?
I don't know.
You got to start making money on the affiliate front if you're going to make to keep the lights on for 3 months. So why are it's not working? That's a question you need to figure out.
Yeah, I do need to figure that out, but I don't know if it was like the landing page, or if, when we told them to go to that landing page, if we didn't properly tell them, hey, look, get the course for, this much instead of that much. But we didn't do that on yours either. We didn't give people a price.
No, we did not.
But his is $1,000 course, and yours was a $100 course or something. So.
Yeah. Well, what was he offering though? Like, what was the offer?
He was offering the course. You could get one course or a bundle of courses, and then I can't remember. I think it was offering like a mug or a sweatshirt or something too with it.
Hang on, for $1,000, that's the offer. Like the mug is the extra thing for which people will buy.
Yeah, the course itself is like I've looked through it, and it's really, really well put together.
Yeah, but why should people buy now?
Yeah, I guess there really isn't urgency, is there? Right.
Discount if there is nothing except for a mug. Hell, why should I buy?
Yeah, that's true.
$1,000 course? Like, if Jason is selling, he probably knows this shit, that you're not going to sell $1,000 course just by appearing on a podcast and with no specific, kind of a, like, whether it's scarcity, urgency, or something of that nature that will trigger the sale. Otherwise, it's just, I don't see how that'll happen. John, you have any on that?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't hear what the offer was, how the offer was presented, but I would expect some sales on it just based on, on what it is. But
yeah, I kind of expected to have more sales too. I'm a little bit confused there. We did give them a coupon code for a discount.
You did give a coupon code?
Yeah.
And how much was it?
I think it was 10%.
Yeah, all of these things matter, man. Like, there's so much offer making, especially like trying to get them to buy now. It's a completely different game, right? Compared to just making a value proposition.
Yeah, I'm looking right now to see. Okay, yeah, it's done one sale.
Yeah. And how many clicks?
Let's see. $104.
okay, well, that's not really that many clicks.
Yeah, I'm going to start dropping it across the other shows and see how that does. But yeah. So I guess it's about a little less than 1% conversion rate.
Yeah.
It is 1%.
But yeah, I was hoping to sell a few more of those.
What's next for you?
The next one that I'm going to put up is the mental toughness one that we did, but I'm trying to figure out timing with Christmas being next Friday, and I've been putting them out on Fridays. I just don't know if I drop it on Christmas Day if it's really gonna do that well. So I might actually sit on that for a week and then schedule everything out.
Then it's New Year's Day, right?
Yeah, then it's New Year's Day. I don't know that New Year's Day is necessarily a bad day to drop an episode, though.
I have an idea for New Year's.
Uh-huh.
It's my annual goal setting workshop.
Ooh, yeah. We should do that.
Okay.
And then, yeah, just drop it across all the shows again. The thing is like the other package that we put out for Black Friday, the reason that it was timely is because you were doing a Black Friday special on it, right? And so it's like, hey, look, get it now because it's a deal, right? The goal setting is, yeah, it's also timely, right? So I could just drop those across everything on New Year's Day and just be like, hey, look, if you're figuring this stuff out, yeah, you're doing it now.
Yeah. Okay. Let's schedule some calls next week.
Yeah. So apparently on the bundle, just to throw it out there, so you get the game programmer course, game dev mastery course, master architects course, and you get $500 credit toward anything coming up next year. And then you get the hoodie and the mug.
That's a pretty good offer.
Yeah. I don't think we articulated that in the episode, though.
I'm not sure the hoodie and the mug really add anything, though.
Yeah, I don't think they tip the scales one way or the other. But I think
going to buy for the hoodie and the mug.
What was that?
I was only going to buy for the hoodie and the mug.
Well, you could still have them. You just have to go sign up. But yeah, I think what I may do is I may just reach out to Jason if he's not already listening to this, because I tend to get an email when we talk about him on the show. Yeah, just see if we want to re-record that offer stack and see if that makes a difference.
Yeah, you could try it.
Yeah, it'd also be interesting though if there was some kind of a time offer on that where it's, hey, you get this deal for the next however long.
Well, that's
because I think that was part of the reason why people bought so many of the offer we made.
That's exactly sales. Like sales without urgency ain't sales. Sales without reason to act now is not sales. John doubts my selling ability.
Yeah, but I will say that the episode was really great. Good content. Obviously we're getting clicks through on this, so it's just a matter of getting more people excited to click and more people primed to buy when they click. And then I don't know if we need to do something different on the landing page here that he's got set up or anything else. But
what is the landing page? Can I see?
Yeah. I'll just read it out. It's devchat.tv/gamedev.
And what's the coupon?
Coupon is, let me find it. I think it was Dev Chat.
It may also just be the matchup of the offer that it's, oh wow, the text is too small.
Yeah, this is horrible. Like reading this would hurt my head.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's a separate, altogether a different conversation. If he's selling, he's selling this for just this much copy. That's it.
Yeah, and apparently he sells a bunch of them every month. So
well, yeah, but the sales page isn't selling it because it's the YouTube channel it's like.
Oh, fair enough.
you
Yeah.
know,
And he has some other affiliates too that are working for him. So
This sales page is horrible. There's no way this sales page sells anything. I mean, it sells, but only because people have been
yeah, they're already coming to buy.
pre-sold on this shit. Because
right.
nobody's reading that crazy long text the way he has it figured out. Oh my God. No. And there's not much like selling $1,000 course with like 2 pages of persuasion copy ain't happening.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
not the expert, but yeah.
At least I know what it takes to even sell a $200 program. So to sell, $1,000 program, it takes a lot more convincing. Yeah, the sales page is bad.
Yeah. And there's too many
Yeah.
offers on it too. There's too
There's
many offers on it.
Yeah, for me though, I mean, I look at it and I'm also, I do want to figure out what I can do better, right? As far as selling, I think having the time boxed offer makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And then, yeah,
It's got to be, I'd say there's a few things. So one, it has to have urgency. There's no question about
Yeah.
it. You can't sell something without urgency. There's no reason to act now, especially in a podcast where
Mhm.
people are like, well, if I wanted, I could get it. It has to be, no, I have to get it now. Otherwise I'm not going to get it.
yeah,
And then I would say that the price needs to be a special offer for your audience that is going to be, significantly discounted or something that is going to make it a really good offer.
Yeah,
But
20% is too low.
right.
it also has to line up with your audience. I think the game development maybe is only a very, very small portion of your audience that would even be interested in it at all. So that's probably what happened here as well. And then, the last part is vetting the sales pages of of any affiliates that you have. Like they've got to have a good funnel that's going to work. So, but
Yeah.
I guess I mean, you'll have to try different ones and see which offers work, and then repeat the offers that work over time. But
Yep.
Yeah. Butter CMS, how many clicks did you get?
Let's see. Poor listeners, they're sitting there listening to us breathe while I look this stuff up.
Here's the problem. Here's a bigger problem though, right? A developer community or community at large, not everyone knows how to sell on a podcast. They show up on it just as an interview, and they hope that because they've done a good interview, that a sale will come through at the end. It's never like
Yeah.
that. It's a very structured process.
Yeah,
to-
they got 92 clicks.
And you put it on just on JavaScript Jabber or everyone?
They've been on JavaScript Jabber and Adventures in Angular, I think.
So what was the offer in their case? Why was the offer compelling to buy now?
To be perfectly honest, I'm not sure that it was. Because there was no
Clicks isn't very different, but if there is no compelling reason for people to act.
yeah, there wasn't, I don't think there was even a discount code on that one.
That's the problem.
Yeah. I think we need to just go back and kind of
I mean, there's
I think I need with these two to go and actually, when I set these up, just say, look, we need a discount that looks like this, and we need, right? We'll convert a bunch of people, but we need a discount. We need it to expire. We need,
Yeah, sales is not something as simple as just talking about about the product and then hoping people will buy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, now that you say it, it sounds so obvious to me, but
I always feel like I need to teach a course, the podcast webinar formula, which is exactly how to sell on a podcast.
Yeah, the perfect podcast sales, or the kind of like the perfect webinar.
Because there is a formula, and I think over time, as we've done this again and again, we've gotten like I think I know exactly how to get that sale from the podcast,
Yeah,
because over time it's only gotten better compared to day one of what we did on the first podcast episode that we did trying to sell, which we didn't really
yeah,
do anything, to today. What, this is the fifth episode we did together, right?
something like that. Yeah, but the other thing is that yeah, I mean, we're talking about some of this stuff, and yeah, as far as doing the sale on the podcast, yeah, I think we know what it takes. Honestly, just from what we've done and what seems to have worked with our offers, you offering to my audience, I could probably put together a rundown of what they need to be doing in order to sell. But yeah, what I need to do then is I need to actually, when I go and talk to them, just sit down and say, all right, this is what we need to do in order to make this work. Right. And so then they don't come in thinking, okay, I'm going to show up, I'm going to have a little conversation, and then, we're magically going to get a whole lot more sales. Instead, it's going to be, okay, well, we're going to sit down, we're going to know what we're going to say, we're going to know what we're going to talk about, we know what the offer is, we're going to have these kinds of things going for the offer.
I have to say, actually, one of my coaching clients, he has a coaching, he has a accountability group coaching program, and sells mostly through webinar. And I was just joking around with him about, like, I was just telling him like about this podcast episode. I was like, that's the way to do a webinar, man. And he will, because he has been doing webinars for a couple of years.
Right.
And he's like, okay, I'm going to listen to what you did. And he listened and he came back to me. He's like, dude, that was the perfect fucking webinar. Even though it was on podcast, you literally went through every single step of the way, exactly as we were, as I've been learning about webinars. It's like,
yep,
freaking webinar more than anything else. So in some ways, you almost need to teach people how to set up, um, how to get to, like, how to teach, how to bring out the pain, how to amplify the pain, how to
right.
it's a complete, like, it's a total webinar. It really is. It's a 1 hour sales pitch without being a sales pitch. It never feels as a sales pitch because it's a very educational content.
Right.
But like, unless people have been educated on that idea, they just don't know how to do it.
Yep. Well, and that part of it, I'm not sure if I know how to do it either.
Well, study the perfect webinar, because that's exactly what I did. If you listen to the podcast episode and you study the perfect webinar, you will see it's the same.
Okay.
I'm doing exactly what Russell is talking about all the way.
Right. Nope, that makes sense. Yeah, I'll have to brush off expert secrets.
Shit, man. This sounds like it's a long-winded way to go grab your nose, right? I mean, in order to get the affiliates to damn sell their products, now you have to learn how to teach them to sell the damn products. It's crazy.
No, it's true. Well, the thing is that I've been doing this long enough where I can steer them to some of it, right? So I can walk into, okay, what's the pain? Why do people care? And then walk them into, telling the stories that are the epiphany bridges, right? And things like that. But yeah, if I can prep them a little bit so that they've already thought about that and thought through that, then we can do that much better. And then I can also teach them how to formulate their offer. And that's something that they really do have to do, unless they want me to be collecting the payments for them. But that doesn't sound like a good idea for me or for them.
No, it's not. Because you have to send them to a sales page that converts, not your sales page.
Yeah, exactly. So, just teaching them how to set that up. But the flip side is that there are products out there that I think people could really benefit from, that I'd love to, sell and get a piece of the action there too. And so, yeah, I've got to be able to essentially help them do that. So I don't know though, that because now we're going down the road of, me becoming a marketing consultant.
That's the thing. You got to stay in your lane, not try.
Yeah.
To do
So anyway.
Yeah. Tough, man.
Yep.
Get the sales coming in.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, the thing too is that you don't necessarily need to do the affiliate deals for this to work now, because you've got the thing with DevChat TV. So you've got a slot. I mean, with
Developer media.
Yeah. So you've got a slot
Yeah.
available, but so you just
Yeah,
have to
but
find the right. I mean, like, you just have to treat each affiliate deal as something that you're grooming and developing for the future, and just it will require the effort of teaching the person to sell on the prepping people for the podcast, and getting the right offer in place and making those offers work. And then
I have a $5,000 offer for people to learn how to sell on podcast, and I can make that offer to all of Chuck's clients.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's how all of that is going.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the developer media thing, the real problem with that is really just that I don't get paid for any of it for like 3 months.
Yeah.
And then once that starts coming in, then it's a different animal. It's a different, level of concern. But yeah, I've got to make enough to pay my folks and keep the tech infrastructure running for the next few months. So
yeah, but you've got the regular job now, so that, I mean,
yeah, so I won't starve. But I don't know. I don't have enough coming in to actually float all of the rest of that.
We shouldn't have that many expenses anymore in the business. I mean, you're talking like $5,000 a month.
1,500 a month now.
Or I guess less, right?
Yeah, it's less than that. It's less than $5,000. Yeah, it's about what, 1,500, maybe 2,000 a month. But it's really tight on that salary to come up with that, and then pay for everything else that we got to pay for. So
yeah, I mean, I guess you'll just have to cut some expenses, but
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, to make it for 3 months shouldn't be
no,
that
it's
difficult.
Yeah, it's not impossible. It's just, yeah, I've got to put some stuff together and make sure that we're bringing in a little bit of money to pay all that. But yeah, so that's kind of things set for me.
I got the soft skill launch
and yeah, I'll see if I can figure out some of this other affiliate stuff and stuff. Oh, good.
Yeah, that was on Wednesday, the official launch. So it's sitting #1 bestseller in software development right now in the Kindle store. So
oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's good. It sold. I didn't discount the price at all for the launch. It just Kindle version's $9.99. The paperback's $24.95. Sitting at 34 reviews on the book right now, and sold a few. So I guess.
How much did you sell? How many books did you sell?
That's a good question. Let me see exactly what the number is.
So you had to set up a new listing for it, right?
Yep. So
And Manning owns the listing for the first
First
edition?
edition. Yeah, it's out of print, so but there is an audio version still that I need to replace the audio version with my version. But I got Amazon to link the first edition to the second edition. So
Oh, nice.
okay, so it looks like 195 ebook units sold, and then 70 paperback so far.
Nice. Is your commission the same on either?
It's roughly the same. I think it's like around $4 on each one, I think. So
Yeah.
so yeah, so not bad. Pretty good. I mean, didn't throw everything at this launch, didn't discount the price and everything, but I didn't feel like it was necessary. The whole idea was just to get it up in the rankings, get some reviews on it so that it'll kind of stay
Mhm.
there and continue to sell, which I
Mhm.
think it will. The reputation of the first version of the book, people are still searching for it, looking for it. It's in, it's on all the top lists of developer books. So it should continue to sell. And once I get the audio version, then it'll really, really do well, I think.
Right.
So, but yeah, but yeah, if you go to the first edition, you'll find in fact, I think if you do a search, probably the second edition probably shows up. If you search for soft skills, I don't think the first edition shows up. So
Mhm.
yeah, so people should find it now, and it should just keep on selling, hopefully. So Yeah.
Good deal.
I just got to go through all the emails and deal with everyone that sent their receipts in, because I was giving away a course to incentivize people to leave reviews.
Mhm.
So,
So, did you ever figure out how to get Will's book to sell?
no, nope. That book has not been selling very well at all. I was using Book Baby for it, which I think what I'm going to do is pull the book from Book Baby, and because it doesn't show up as like Simple Programmer as a publisher, and they still haven't updated the cover to have the SB logo on there, which is important for branding. So I think I'm going to pull it from Book Baby and just upload it to Kindle myself and sell it from there. And then I just got the audio version edited, and I'm waiting for the audio review on Audible. So when the audio version is ready, then I'm going to launch the audio version, which will hopefully generate some more interest around the book. So
Right.
yeah, I mean, the book's probably made, uh, I have to see what Book Baby says, but I think maybe like $3,000 or $4,000 so far. I mean, of course, it's cost me more than that in production costs, but yeah. I'm surprised though. I figured that book would do really well.
How did the other promotion go with the Amazon or the eBay sellers?
It went okay. I'm still waiting for the final numbers. I think it was ended up being like a few grand on my side, like $2,000 or so. So
And that was promoted to both Simple Programmer and Bulldog?
yeah, to get them to go to the webinar. So yeah, it's
Wait,
not one that
which deal is this?
this was a book, like a business, sort of a turnkey business of selling books on Amazon and reselling on Amazon. So
Oh, okay.
that was sold through a webinar. But
Was this something you put together, or was it a joint venture of some kind?
it was like an affiliate deal, affiliate promotion. So
Oh, okay.
And are you guys doing anything right now? Like what kind of promotion? What promotions are you running for Bulldog?
I'm not running any promotion now. I'm kind of letting that cool down until probably January on that list, because we hit that list pretty hard with the Black Friday and everything. I might do some kind of promotion. I got to see, but something more of a softer promotion where not like an affiliate deal, but what I'm thinking about doing is doing like the Bluehost one. That's probably the next one I'll do for Bulldog is,
Oh yeah, you were talking about it.
yeah, I think that'll work well. And then, um, yeah, and then I don't know, there's a few other ideas I have of doing like a webinar type of promotion. I think that would work well as well,
Webinar
where
for your own self.
uh sort of like well yeah, basically what it would be is a master class. So one of my coaching clients, Gregory, is doing that, and that's working out well for him. Is every month he does a master class that he charges like $50 for, or you can get it for free if you become a member of his membership, right?
And how much?
So it's $50 a month. So
Ah,
yeah.
you can join the masterclass live for $50 or get the recordings for $50.
Basically, well, you could either way, you can join it live, but you can either members get it for free.
No, not the members. I'm talking on the sales side.
What do you mean?
The non-members.
Non-members have to pay $50 if they want.
And they get it live or recorded or both?
I believe both, so they get access to it. So he's gets about half of the people that sign up for membership and half that just pay the $50. But it seems to work every time, and it works well, and it's easy, and it's extra content that's created, creates extra value
Right.
for the members as well. So anytime you can sell something and create value for the members, so it works on retention as well as sales.
I like that.
So-
Right? I mean, you could be doing it every freaking month.
He does it every month. It's funny because I'm the one who gave him the strategy and been coaching him on doing it, and I'm not doing it, but it's working. So
Well, that shows the power of a coach.
yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, that's probably eventually what I'm gonna do as well. I still have to do like the price jump on Bulldog, $10 a month increment on there, and then sell the lifetime membership with that. So
What's the like? What are you waiting for? Oh, that's going to be a full promotion, right?
yeah, that's gonna be a full promotion. So
Like a New Year promotion.
yeah. So that'll probably come in January, and that'll be a bigger promotion. So, but I think that'll do pretty good.
Yeah, that'll get a lot of tire kickers into gear.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like the Gregory one though. I think
Yeah.
that's a smarter way to promote memberships because
Yeah.
you're promoting without promoting. I mean, you are promoting, you're hustling, but you're kind of there's a deadline to it as well. Like
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
the way I remember talking to you about it because Brendan Bouchard was talking about this idea that you should, when you're going live, about to go live, or about to release a recording, usually he does it live for 3 days or 4 days or 7 days before it. He's going to keep hitting the list like, hey, I'm going to go live. You can join the membership. I'm going to be teaching this topic. So
Yeah.
now to come talk to me about it and learn about this. So it's like an inbuilt urgency, inbuilt, not like fake urgency, but real, like it's live and pay now, get in and join, so that's good.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, I think that'll work good, and that can be something that you just repeat every month. Just come up with a new masterclass topic. So
You're already doing those, right?
well, I'm doing live streams that are Q&A live streams.
But don't
So-
you do recordings like
Just for members.
Yeah, just for members.
But you also do trainings, right? Training recordings.
They're not. Yeah, they're weekly videos. They're just on topical trainings, but they're not of the same level as. I mean, a live masterclass would be a different thing because we'd do like a
Releasing
hour.
weekly trainings.
What's that?
You release weekly trainings.
Yeah, weekly, one weekly video.
Mm.
So
And that covers all the different elements.
yeah, because it rotates through the 4 topic areas.
Rotates through or covers all 4 in each episode?
Rotates through. each episode is a different topic area. So
1 week it's this, 1 week it's topic 2, 1 week is topic 3.
exactly. Yep. Yep.
So couldn't one of those be a masterclass?
Potentially, yeah. One of them could be a masterclass, or I can just create just do a new thing as well, right? Just add additional masterclass. There's no reason to not add an additional bonus, essentially.
Yeah. Well, because you have to keep reinventing this every month. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean, but you're gonna have to do that no matter what. If you create a masterclass of any sort, you're gonna have to figure out what you're gonna talk about every month, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah, but you're already doing a YouTube channel and a podcast, so I mean, what's one more thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a different format too, right? It's like, because you'll be doing like a live, question and answers on a specific topic. So
John is the ultimate content king.
yeah. I have 3,000 videos on my YouTube channel now.
I saw that.
Oh, nice.
Crazy.
How many ads?
How many what?
Ads.
Ads
Yeah.
on the YouTube channel?
No, how many ads are you running is what I was trying to say.
Oh, yeah. No, not 0.
He's going to keep asking that long after it should be dead.
Long after I'm dead and he's dead. I'll be like, John will be in his grave and he'll be like, oh, ads. Yeah, shit, I need to go. Manny's still talking to me about ads. I better get that. Okay, big. But no, I think you already fired that agency, is it?
I mean, I haven't talked to them. They haven't said anything either. So I'm kind of curious to see what they're gonna when they pop their head up. What's that?
They're fired themselves?
I guess so. I haven't heard from them, so I'm very curious to hear what they have to say if I ever hear from them again. So
Are they gonna go to the electoral college before they get fired?
we'll see.
Man, that's funny. This is the third agency now, right, for you?
I think so. Yeah, basically. I mean, it might even be fourth.
On all this shenanigans with the ads.
Yeah.
How much have you spent? Like 15, 10, 15K, 20K?
On ads total?
Yeah. Agency, ads, ad spend, everything.
Probably not even that much. Probably more like under 10K for sure. Yeah.
And how much have you generated in revenue out of it?
$0. Like maybe like 1 or 2 sales. So yeah.
Okay. Well, fuck. That's not good.
Yeah. But I gotta actually focus on putting in, and actually running ads in order to generate sales. So
Do it now?
yeah,
When?
I don't know, when there's still a lot of stuff I have to do right now. So
What are you planning to sell on that?
what am I planning to sell?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what are you going to sell with your ads? Bulldog Mindset?
Yeah, membership. Yep.
Okay, straight up membership.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
It's I'm just gearing up for it. I'm working through it now. And yeah, my timeline is February.
For running ads?
Yeah, starting February/March, depending on when this mastermind launch is done for me. I'm almost.
You know what's going to happen, right? John's gone through all this pain doing ads, and Manny's going to fire him up, and they're just going to work for him.
that would not make John happy.
That would make me very happy. I'd be glad.
It'd be hilarious.
Then you can show me how to do it. So.
I will show you how to do it. I know. John.
No, Manny, your line is, you can't afford me.
No, John will not believe ads unless someone shows him that it's working.
Exactly.
And I feel like I am the only person who can really show him that it's actually working. So I have to literally take the onus on me to prove it to him that ads work. So, John, challenge accepted.
Okay.
I will get the ads to work and show you what I'm doing, so you can believe once and for all that ads work.
Okay. I accept the challenge.
You pull out the challenge, is what you're saying. You're throwing the gauntlet down.
Yeah.
Well, shall we do our thoughts in that case?
All right.
Yeah.
Unless someone's got some massive $1 million idea here. No, nobody does.
I left it in my other pants.
Oh yeah, I feel you, man.
So my thought, and it kind of comes from the discussion we had over the podcast growth summit, was basically. So I've kind of gotten everything, done. Like the summit is basically over at this point. And I know some of the things that I did wrong, but ultimately I've got these other things that I wanted to focus on, but I felt like I needed to at least deliver a summit. Since I had interviewed all these folks and stuff, and I had some of the speakers who were super eager to be involved, right, and to have something come out, that then didn't promote the summit, which doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, so the thing is that my thought just comes down to, I was sitting here last night, after kind of having everything come together, and realize that it's kind of a relief to have it done, because then I can focus on, I've got a handful of other things that I'm really starting to get laser focused on. And, I've dropped a whole bunch of other stuff that it was like this idea that I'm kind of toying with at the moment. I'm like, why am I toying with this? I need to focus on this other stuff. So I drop it. And yeah, I mean, I felt obligated to finish the summit, so I did. But yeah, and just being able to focus on the handful of things you think are going to make a difference. And so yeah, then just being able to buckle down and go, okay, what is the next most important thing that I can work on, and then just chase that to completion, and then do the next thing, right? And so right now it's just being able to focus on getting Michaela up to speed, right? And then once she's kind of working through some of the processes, then it's okay, what's the next most important thing that I can chase through to completion, and just work on that, right? And so then it's I've got to get some of this revenue together. So maybe it's either the Interview Cake, or reaching out to Interview Cake and other companies that have affiliate programs and figuring that out. Or maybe it's one of these other things, but just going and doing it until there's nothing left to do, and then moving on to the next thing, right? And then Michaela may come up like, she finished what I had to get her done, or I have to train her on something different. But doing it that way, instead of trying to chase 8 things at once, just chase them one at a time until you get to a point where you really can't push it forward anymore, and then move on to the next thing. Yeah. And have that clear priority set, so that if I'm chasing priority number 4 and priority number 1 pops back up, it's like, okay, well, this is an easy call, right? And then I go chase priority 1 again. And then the other thing that I have as a thought is I'm starting to block out time again on my calendar for different tasks. And that is a game changer, because then I can just go and I can be like, no, this is for this thing. This time is for this thing, and just being able to get that done. So between those, yeah, it's kind of helping, because if anything else drops off because it never makes it to the the top of the priority queue, then it's just not going to happen. But then I'm getting the things done that are going to make a difference, and the key word in that is done, right? Instead of chasing 8 different things.
Yeah.
So what's your point? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
My point is I rambled a whole bunch. But know what your priorities are, and then chase things down until there's nothing left to do on it for now, and then go to the next thing.
All right, I have a little bit of a longer one, and so just like Chuck, I'm gonna ramble a little bit. Hope you guys don't mind. Here's the thing: in business, you can either operate like a mason, or as the architect, or as the owner/investor. So if you're trying to build a business or build a building, a tall skyscraper, you could be the mason who's going to decide to build the whole building. You could be the architect or the kind of the designer or the overall overseer of the project. And that's one way to build a business. Or you can be the owner/investor in the building, and that's the way to build a business. Most entrepreneurs, we get stuck in the masonry work, right? The masonry work of building the business, which is just doing the work to do the work. But the shift to make from masonry to architect is not doing more, but getting the business to do more.
Mm-hmm.
Not trying to do more yourself, but getting the business to do more. That's the first shift, the mindset shift you have to make to go from mason to architects. Because for as long as you're stuck yourself doing more, then the business is fully dependent on you and you're screwed. So the mindset shift, crucial mindset shift is, I'm not doing more, I'm designing the business to do more.
Yep.
That usually means people who do more for you rather than you yourself doing more, because you have a limit. As the mason, there's only so much you can do. But as an architect, you have to employ a lot of different masons and this and that to make the work happen. You can't just be the mason and hope to build a skyscraper. It's never going to happen, right? So the architect is the next level up, where you have to go from thinking, how can I do more, to how can I get the business to do more, right? But the next level is the owner/investor who's saying, how can we consistently invest in the business to make it grow rather than just take profits from the business? Because it's like compound interest. When a business, you're constantly taking income away from the, like if you're treating the business as a source of income, you never allow the compounding to happen, right? If you're taking all the profits from the top all the time, taking them away rather than reinvesting that money into growing the business, there's no compounding of that damn thing, at least not of the money you're making.
Right.
So as an investor, if you are investing in anything, if you're constantly like you put some principal in, but then you take the interest out, and every month you keep taking the interest out, there is no compounding. It's just a business that pays the bills, and that's good. But if you want to graduate to thinking like an investor, you really have to invest everything back into the business in order to really grow and scale the business and build a real skyscraper. Otherwise, you'll have a nice little home as a mason, or as an architect, maybe you build a building which is 2 or 3 floors tall, but you really have to think like an investor if you're going to build a skyscraper. That means you're going to invest back all of the earned interest, all of the earned equity back into the business again and again and again for years and years and years before it's a real building, right? Most people operate like, when you're operating like a lifestyle entrepreneur, you're taking the income away, you're taking the profits away as quickly as they come, and you're not really reinvesting it back into the business to grow the business aggressively. So most people in our space, they operate like masons, maybe some as architects. But to go to the owner investor level is another game. And that's where you really have to allow yourself to constantly push money back into the business rather than take money back out of the business, and constantly look for help from other people, constantly look for other people to do the work rather than for you to do the work. So you have to graduate from thinking of yourself as mason to thinking of yourself as an architect, and thinking of yourself as the owner investor who's only interested in taking the profit in the long term, rather than the mason who just is doing the work to get the results right now.
Mm-hmm.
That was a long-winded explanation, but I hope I made the point.
Yeah, no, that
Yep.
makes sense. It's true. It's, I think it's most people are not reinvesting in the business, right? It's hard to do also when if you set yourself up to depend on the business income,
Mhm.
right? Or if you're doing the whole not pumpkin plan, but profit first approach.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a good approach, but it's not designed for building skyscrapers. It's designed for
Correct.
building a nice beach house for yourself.
Yep. Yep.
And you have to decide what you want to do. Like, I think the profit first approach works for like the lifestyle entrepreneurship kind of idea. And
Yeah.
but if you really want to graduate up from that, you have to at some point decide to uh, allow for compound investment in the business rather than simple growth.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep.
Well, one way or the other, I mean, the profit first, it at least gives you a plan, and I think you need that to do the architecture stuff. You know, it doesn't have to be profit first as prescribed by the book, but you still have to have a plan for I'm putting this percentage into the business. I'm in putting this percentage toward payroll or other budget needs and stuff like that. So I think there is some power there.
Well, the difference is intent. The power of profit first is in keeping tabs on your money.
Uh-huh.
But the difference in what profit first stands for and what I'm trying to say is the intent. The profit first intent is to take money out of the business so that you're always, making money and you're having income and you're having a good, safe life. But the intent of building a skyscraper is not really to have a good, safe life. Even though
Okay.
both of them, the mechanics of it, of the fact that, yes, you should manage your money, that doesn't go away. You should be a hawk when it comes to the details on money and where it's going. It's just profit first intent is let's take the money out. The intent of building a skyscraper is no, even if I have to live on noodles, this is money I'm putting back into the business to get to the next level. That's the difference.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Not the mechanics are the difference. John, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true, right? I mean, it's like every story that you have of someone building a huge company is the same, right? From Jeff Bezos putting everything right back into the business, and still to a large degree, Amazon does that, right? To Elon Musk not only taking everything and putting it back into the business, but then taking everything from selling a business and putting it into the next business, right? So that's the pattern for sure if you want to build something big. So it takes some guts to do it though, because
Yep.
it's you're committing your profit to the business itself instead of so
Yeah, that's why I said the intent is different, right? Profit first by itself, the mechanics of it are very useful, but you can use the intent is where I am not aligned, or not necessarily I'm not aligned. I'm just saying that if you want to be a lifestyle entrepreneur, then it's okay. The profit first is the right approach. But if you really want to build a skyscraper approach, then you will probably not be able to use the intent, but you can use the mechanics of it to keep tabs on your money and all that stuff.
and you can take it really one step further, right? Which is to say that, if you really want to grow a business, what you need is leverage. And so what you really should do is borrow capital and use that, increase the amount of capital that you're borrowing, right? So if you look at any major corporation, any major company, they use debt to grow, right? There's not a company out there that doesn't have a sizable percentage of debt, because that's working capital that they can use to grow. Like even a company that's making a huge amount of profits, even Apple has debt, right? They have loans that they have secured in order to free up, even with as much capital that they have sitting. So if you really want to grow, you have to extend beyond what you're even making, right? That's the big challenge, right? It's like that's where, if we looked at it, like let's say I applied what you're saying and what I'm saying to Bulldog mindset, then I'd be hiring probably let's say 4 people full time, with fairly large salaries, right?
And
that would be the step.
like that would be the next step, right? Because then you would be saying, okay, I'm not taking any loans, but I'm really reinvesting in the business massively now because I'm going to on a full-time person to do the marketing,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe full-time person to write scripts or content or all of those things. Yes, you could do that with the amount of money that you're bringing in. You could say, okay, screw
Yeah.
it. I don't need to take profits off the top line. I can actually reinvest because I got enough money coming in other ways, and I could go to the next level with this, right?
Yeah.
That's the game you have to decide or not decide to play.
Yeah.
But again, to the point of what you said, like the raising capital, that's exactly how big buildings are built. If you think about it, right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Syndications, right? People, the guys at the top of the syndication, or not the top, but whatever you call them, the managers of that entity, they're the ones who are finding the most leverage because they're taking loan from the bank, they're taking loans from the investors, and all these other people. And that's the ultimate leverage scene that you're talking about there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yep.
everything is like akin to building a giant building, if you think about it. The game of entrepreneurship in many ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Let's see. All right. So mine would be pretty simple, which is that the key to business is finding one thing that works, finding what's working, and then repeating it over and over again. Just keep doing it, as opposed to doing many things. Find one thing that works and do it over. And that's the hardest thing to do, because we want to do all these things instead of just repeating the thing. Just find the thing that works and then improve it, right? Do it over again and do it better every time.
Yeah.
And it keeps it simple. So
Yeah.
Yep.
It's very true. That's the ultimate flywheel.
all right, I guess that's it.